Bam! Yeah, take 155. Nah, yeah. Blood. Man timestamped this shit, yeah, and I didn't put the names next to it, and I keep getting interrupted, so it's been a long one. Right. Everybody's, most people have watched the Diddy documentary. 50's dark, you know. 50's dark, man. He's actually dark. Don't piss that nigga off, man. Seriously. But Diddy made some dumb fucking decisions as well. Like I heard, like um, he filmed. So how did he got? Because I saw something about where 50 was getting interviewed with the woman that done the documentary. I probably should add that to you anyway. But yeah, boom, they're asking him how he got the footage of like Diddy, like when he was on the phone to his solicitor and all of that. And apparently he was shooting a documentary to like, because he thought he was gonna bust case, so he was gonna do a doc on it and all of that. And then when he didn't, he decided he weren't gonna pay like the documentary guy. So it's like the footage just ended up in 50's hands, innit? And he probably paid for it, rare. It was a dumb decision, but he done a long line of dumb decisions anyway, and it probably weren't the dumbest one. Nah, a lot of people ain't gonna agree with man or whatever, and that's fine. But I already knew that when they charged him this excessive with the charges, Rico weren't gonna stick. I'm surprised that the transport in the escorts kind of stuck because it's not like bare rappers don't do that in America. Like, you know what I'm gonna say? And it happens anyway. So I was surprised I was able to stick, but obviously man's not condoning anything Diddy did because obviously we know by now he's a weirdo and it's a fucking weirdo, innit? Like we know that. Do you know what I mean? And obviously the shit with Cassie in the hotel was like, yeah, that was definitely disgusting, and man don't rate that or respect it or condone it or indulge in it. Do you know what I mean? Now, that's and you know what was worse about it as well? I think it's like, you know, when somebody like Cassie, that we all judge books by their cover, innit? So when you see somebody like Cassie and she's so petite and looks innocent and stuff like that, yeah, like obviously they can nag guys from anyway, but it just takes like a different type of like sicker undertone in it. It's just like, bro, like, do you know what I mean? So just getting that out of the way, yeah. But I don't particularly believe that she was doing any of these freak offs, as they call it, under any type of duress or anything. Like, I think she was a freak and she enjoyed that shit. Was she a freak before she met Diddy? I don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Was she on drugs before she met Diddy? Maybe. Do you get what I'm saying? Might have she still took the same type of route with that Diddy? Maybe. Do you get what I'm saying? But regardless, when you listen to these male escorts, you definitely enjoying this shit. Like I'm not hearing anything else outside of that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So anyway, let's get to boom, boom, boom.
Maybe like 2,000, 3,000 more. And then she told me that I could get dressed and go. I leave the hotel room, go downstairs. I actually leave the hotel, get about a block away, and she calls me again. And she's like, "Hey, do you think that you can come again?" And my system went into like system overload. No.
Okay, so you're not wearing condoms. Neither one of you are tested or know each other's test results. But you were just so horny, basically, that you were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it."
I was overwhelmed, man. Like, yeah, I
That's crazy in itself. Like a Rosie bareback. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what's mad, yeah? Like I said, when you listen to these guys, yeah, that never really met each other before, that think too, some of them met each other after, yeah, these stories are so consistent and sound so similar, which is why I've come to the stance that I've come to. And all of them say that it all showed her their test results, but she never showed them hers, and always came up with excuses for it. Like, it's a bit wild still.
and you don't think like that, man. You ever seen Love Jones? You ever seen that scene where he's like, yo, when a man is like erect, the blood comes from his brain and his feet, so basically he becomes stupid and he can't run? That was me. There was no initial thought, really. It just was, I was so ready to go. It just happened that way, you know?
Okay, and I've heard this story with a bunch of the men that I've interviewed about these freak offs. you're having sex with her, you pull out, and you come on her stomach.
Yeah.
And then what happens next?
They get up, going.
There's a lot of weird things shit that was happening in these freak-offs, innit, yeah? And you see me, I got all the money in the world, yeah, and Bay wants to party, yeah? You best believe we're getting other bitches involved. Like, you know, you think I'm what type of what? Like, we got all the dick we need here with me in the like we don't what? Like, do you get what I'm saying? But this was even fuck it. I don't, bro. He needs help. He needs help, bro. This is crazy what he says next.
In the bedroom, I didn't think anything of it then. I just, she came out a couple of minutes later. Think she gave me a couple thousand more, maybe like 2,000-3,000 more. And then she told me that I could get dressed and go. I leave the hotel room, go downstairs. I actually leave the hotel, I get about a block away. And she calls me again. And she's like, hey, do you think that you can come again? And I was like, yeah, I think I can, man. I was actually very happy that she...
Hold on. It's not done. So basically, my man must have died real quick. Got out. She's folded him back like, yo, do you want to pull up again? Like, he's only got down the road, did it? But cool, hold on, don't make up your mind yet. Hold on.
That was one. But two, what she said to me in the beginning and the way that he had gone about that first session, I didn't even speak to him. He stayed totally far away from me. He wasn't interacting with her at the same time that I was. So I was cool, man. I felt like, okay, well, if he just wants to watch live porn or whatever, let him do that. Like, I'm here for her.
Okay, well, the second time you came up, didn't you ask about condoms?
I did. And she said that we could use it if I wanted to. But she said that she doesn't really do this kind of thing with anyone. This is something new that they're trying. And, she's been...
Remember I said it's all consistent and it all works?
And tested. She can give me her test results. And then I told her that I could do the same, give her my test results. And so she said, trust me, I'm fine. I'm clean. You don't have anything to worry about. So I told her that I could do the same, give her my test results. And so she said, trust me, I'm fine. I'm clean. You don't have anything to worry about. So I stupidly trusted, took her word for it. Like, when you meet her, man, she has a way of convincing you. She's very soft-spoken. It seems very honest, seems very...
And what's bad as well, yeah, it's like she slightly handled them niggas a little bit in their feelings. And I know they don't even really want to, like, come out and admit it, but they kind of, when you hear them, you kind of see, but she got good food still, so you know what I'm saying? I'm name bigger than, yeah, and it sounds like she was down for whatever, so I get it, innit? But as far as people saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I know the argument you got with her when she was really young, and I'm gonna say to you, coerciveness and da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, it might have been that at the beginning, but I don't think it was that at this point, bro.
But after a while, it starts to get sticky, and it starts to cool off, and it looks cool visually, but feeling-wise,
comfortable to do it. She give any attitude. She didn't give any. So she didn't seem to me like she was being forced to do this. Whenever Diddy would be like, babe, go over there and touch him in the chest. Babe, go over there and stare at him in the eyes. She just seemed comfortable to do it. She didn't seem like she didn't want to.
All right, cool. Have a guy. Yeah. This is interesting things as well.
I couldn't feel a thing. I was really over-medicated, just trying to have an erection, and that kills any sensation that I could feel. I was really numbed out. So,
but if you orgasm, you are obviously feeling a pleasurable act.
Every orgasm, I had to manually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you never actually like.
I never actually.
I'm about to come and pull out and bust. Oh.
Every single time
okay.
we would stop. The sex was always under an hour, But I could be there 4 or 5 hours because it was a lot of waiting around time. A lot of just, I'm here, and it's always these huge suites. So I'm like in a room somewhere, I don't know where they're at. And then she'll just come get me at some point in the wee hours of the morning.
Were there drugs involved?
I never seen any outward drugs. Just on a cordial scenario, every time I would come in, she would offer me a drink. She usually would have what I think is weed. I'm not necessarily a weed smoker, and she would offer. I'm not a weed, so like I said, I'm not a weed smoker. I think one time just trying to fit in, I might have took a puff, but nothing to get me under the influence, but I did not see any drug use.
Okay. At any point,
the only thing that kind of
did you
varied,
feel that...
the only thing that kind of varied, was like the drug use. But I feel like when they was vetting people, it's like if you're not even really to bun weed, they're not really gonna talk to you about A, B, C, and X, Y, Z in it, because obviously they're not expecting this to ever come out. They're not really trying to let the people know that they're on all of this stuff in it. But outside of that, most of it. But anyway,
Cassie was being forced to do this, that this was being done against her will, that she was suffering through these situations, or was she honestly enjoying it? I mean, as men, we know when a woman is enjoying being with us as opposed to like they're not really into us.
Yeah, so the answer to both questions is actually no. I didn't feel her that she was distressed in any way, but as much as my ego wants to say, yeah, she was feeling me, she was loving it or whatever, it was clear she's doing it for her man. But not from a point of, I never got, he's making me do it, right? I got, this is what he likes, this is what turns him on, I'm gonna hold my man down. And my vibe with her was so cool, I never saw it as, hey, look, I'm into this guy or not, but it's like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, this is the guy I'm comfortable with making this happen for. And with all of the details coming.
because, by the way, all of these guys all think they're the only ones like that they're doing this with, innit? You get what I'm saying? But yeah.
And out, I'm like, I'm tripping because I literally for all that time believed I was the only guy they were doing this with. Like I believed the story from day one. It was her birthday, they was trying something new, and now when they want to try this, I'm the like normal conversation. And then the conversation started happening of, are you tested? Do you go to the doctor? Like I'm tested, I'm clean, I'm whatever. So I kind of know what that means, right? So I figured it's gonna lead into sex. And it was very systematic. Always couches, oil, subtle directions. But instead of it stopping at
this ain't their first rodeo.
To oral and penetration, and it just leads into sex.
Well, in that first session, Diddy had covered his face.
Yeah.
Same thing with the second session?
Same thing with the second session. His face remained covered, and like these sessions had to end with me climaxing.
Okay.
Yeah, like so that was like part of the request, and it was a specific climax. I had to climax every single time in the outside area of her vagina.
Oh, so you pulled the condom off initially and then just come on her.
Yeah.
Okay. On the stand, she said that guys would climax on her and she would take the cum and rub it on Diddy's nipples. Was this happening in your sessions?
Well, so it is an assumption, right?
Bruv, what's wrong with this fucking Diddy guy, bruv? That is so fucking nuts, yeah? Like, what the fuck actually makes you think you like that? How would you even figure that out? Like, what the fuck? Like, again, yeah, definitely one of the weirdest parts. This whole thing is so weird, it's crazy. But being a weird old sex freak ain't a crime, but it's just yuck. You know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck? Yeah, I don't even know how this joint's gonna turn out, yeah, because I've had a lot of interruptions and that. But we're gonna break it down, man. I got time for a second before I get interrupted again. But this thing keeps getting darker though. Yeah, like like once you think, yeah, this has already got a bit mad, it goes a little bit madder.
Around Cassie's vagina trying to find the cum river in there.
Jesus, wait. This is dark. Yeah, so basically, this is when he's talking about how. Let me show you that. Yeah, it's dark, man. It's so dark. It's the darkest, I swear to God. I'm not talking about United Insider and that, but he acted like he did, but he didn't.
And then
so
bring,
it's all mad.
the liquid gold over to Diddy. Try not to spill it. And they will close the door, and then you didn't know what happened. Was that pretty much the same thing with you guys at one point?
Yeah, it was every time. And
Every time.
I didn't catch on to the fact that they was really doing that. Like I just thought that, oh, I'm finished. They know I'm finished, so they're gonna go take a break. That's what I thought was what was going on. Until one day when I was not only bored, I was frustrated with this dude like directing this, and it was annoying as hell. Like he wouldn't stop talking and stopping us from doing what we.
Imagine you walking in the thing if I said, no, to the left a bit. No, go. What the fuck, man? Shut the fuck. But yeah, they get in the paper, innit? So, but I know if it was all.
So I just was like, yo, I'm getting out of here, man. I pretended to come, and I pretended to come inside of her.
Okay.
And this was our second go round anyway.
I've done that still before, No, like, it gets like that.
I had already came, and I probably was there half a day already. And so I was like, I'm ready to bounce. So I pretended to come inside of her, and they run off to the room like they usually do. But then a couple of seconds later, Diddy pops his head out the door, and he's like, yo, fam, you came? And I was like, yeah, I came, bro. And he was like, oh, okay. He closed the door, went back in. About 30 seconds later, he pops his head back out. He's like, yo, fam, come on, man. You didn't come, did you? And I was like, bro, I came. Like, he's like, really? I was like, dude, listen, I came before, so maybe a little bit came out, but I don't know, man. But
He's a priest, a rabbi, and an imam. Fuck is wrong with Diddy? Fuck.
Nah, I felt like I came, bro. I felt like I had a orgasm, bro. Like whatever. So he went back in the room, and that's when they let me go. But that was the moment that I realized, yo, there's something to the semen aspect of this, and that's crazy because then I started getting grossed out by this. I was like, yo, what is he doing? You hear all kinds of stuff about Diddy. Is he taking my semen down to the satanic church, or is he like, drinking it? Is he like, you don't know what's going on with it, but it just gets real weird from that point, like real weird. It was already weird, but it gets really weird after that.
Yeah, I mean, the image that you just
Different
gave
levels of
me
weird
of
still,
Diddy
I can't lie.
poking around in Cassie's vagina trying to find the cum river in there. Like, it's just, and then being disappointed because he couldn't feel it coming out, man. It's just, I don't know. It's a little too much for me right now. I mean, when Cassie actually took the stand and she said that she would take the guy's cum and rub it on Diddy's nipples, how did you feel knowing that that's probably what was done part of the time, if not all the time?
Man, it's not a good feeling. I told you, like, for me, I idolized this dude. So it's pretty traumatic to think that any part of my bodily fluids, except for spitting on him, has been on any part of that guy's body, man. Like it's sick, man.
Okay, so you guys are doing these cuckold sessions, and it's all just more or less straightforward sex. But then at one point you came in and Cassie asked for a golden shower.
Yeah.
I told
Have
you,
you
it keeps
ever
getting
done that?
darker.
Never in my life.
It keeps getting darker.
For one, I never did that before. I was never interested in doing it before. It was weird. This thing just kept going levels of weird, man. Like that's the bad. Like it just kept going more and more, getting more and more weird. But she was the one that asked me to do it. And when the trial came out, and they were talking about this guy that urinated in Cassie's mouth.
I don't know, like I told you, look, I let you not make up your own mind, yeah. But I don't know. So far, does it sound like somebody that was like? I don't know. Like, I don't know if everybody's hearing this. I'm hearing this. Like, or if I'm getting mad. But I don't think I'm getting mad. I'm quite adamant. I'm not glitching. I'm quite adamant after listening to all these. Anyway, it's not done yet.
and how she was choking and all of this stuff, man. I was waiting for that guy to testify. I was like, when is he coming out?
So basically, just to break down to you little scan on, he's in the trial, yeah. She's testified. She's talking about getting pissed on and basically saying it like it was some horrible thing that had happened to her that she didn't want to happen. Like, yuck, like how most of us would feel about it, yeah. But then hear from the guy that actually pissed on her, the way she described it is so far from what happened that he's thinking that they're talking about some. Anyway, watch it.
Never happened. And then I realized, oh, I'm the guy that's supposedly... Nah, that's not how that happened, homie. Let me explain it to you.
Okay, let's go.
She asked me, if I would be willing to do it. And I asked her, why would you want someone to urinate on you? And, I thought that was a little bit strange. And the way Cassie talks, I'll tell you, she goes...
When I heard this shit, I wasn't ready. I swear to fuck, I wasn't ready. I did not get the memo, yeah? And you ain't ready either. You think you're ready, but you ain't ready, I'm telling you. Listen.
I like the way that it feels trickling down my breasts and running over my nipples. And, it's really warm and it's really nice feeling. Like, that's how she talks, bro. So, that...
The fuck, gang? What the... Because I don't know.
Trickling down my breasts and running over my nipples, and it's really warm and it's.
So it elevates again a little bit. Yeah, I haven't even really listened to this bit. I wanted to actually watch it with you. I got up to about this bit in it. Yeah. But yeah, it keeps going mad. But obviously she was on the dress and
in walked the guy next to you.
That guy.
Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard. Now,
hold up. Because man's watching so much stuff, I have to watch it at some mad speed because it's long. But I ain't gonna do that to you, look. I know it's a bit hard to take in after that.
Clayton, how is this whole situation sold to you?
Directly. Cassie calls me up. I had been sleeping with her for years at that point. So whenever she called me, it was like money phone, So she calls me up like, hey, what's going on? You around? Of course I'm around. She says, listen, we're going to do it a little different this time. You mind if, there's another person there? Completely blew me away. I'm like, what? I didn't even know there was other people involved. So she basically puts it to me simple.
Because remember, her and Diddy are all telling, well, mainly her, telling all these different male strippers that it's only them that this is happening with. Do you get what I'm saying? And you see where man's got like a brain in it, yeah? Like, I understand 9 times out of 10 in it. I said this before on the thing as well. If you get bagged, shot in a brick, you probably sold a lot of them before you got bagged. Do you get what I'm saying? If you get nicked for a duty, and there's probably a good few that you cut through with. So I don't even think these are all the niggas that they was freaking with at all. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And if there was celebrities that they was freaking with, they definitely ain't gonna come forward and woo. And if the feds did try and reach out to them and put pressure on them, the ones that have got money will have the solicitors to fight it off and rare and but anyway.
He says, that it's me and another guy. Her husband doesn't want her to see 2 guys, so he basically wants the 2 of us to compete to see who's gonna be the guy. So I took.
Listen to the mind games, yeah? So you already know there's about 4 of these motherfuckers at least that they're doing this with, yeah? But to twang my man into some weird gladiator type man dingo fetish where the guys they've told this Donny, yeah, knowing that it's gonna work with his psyche, he's an ex-convict, whatever. Yeah. I can't be having her walking 2 different guys, but you're gonna make 2 different guys walk her at the same time, yeah, and make one of them walk in while the other one's walking it. But because you only want her to be walking one guy, you lot have got to compete to see who's gonna walk up. Oh, what type of mic? No, this is. Anyway.
took that as, you know, you got to fuck for your spot. It didn't take me long to think about it. I said, you know what? I got to go do it. So off I was to the apartment.
Okay, so when you show up, they were already going at it?
Yeah, they're going at it. Yeah. I walk into the room and, oh God, it was, you know, I can just say it now because I'm already being clowned for it. It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking, Dad.
Yo, I'm being clowned for it too, homie. I'm just gonna let you know.
But you know what it is, Vlad, as a man, if you're put in a situation where you think you're making love to this beautiful woman for years, to walk in and see her with...
He's glitching. You're making what to who? You're walking. You're making love. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga here? The fuck?
another guy's instrument in her face, like rubbing herself and slapping herself on the cheek. All types of thoughts goes through your mind. You remember kissing her on the cheek every time you saw her. You remember all of this. So I just fell back in the chair, and I got Puff offered me a drink. He said, "Yo, man, you want a drink?" I said, "Oh yeah." And and I just took the drink. I started drinking, and like, wow, what's going on, Clay? So I kind of fell into that for like 30 minutes until Puff came at me directly and said, "Yo, man, you know, you all right? What you gonna do?" Made a quick decision. I turned the hat to the back and said, "You know what? Let's go in." Boom, I go in.
Now, in this particular freak off, everyone was using condoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this was something that you guys requested?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think we had to say anything. I just pulled out a condom. I didn't know who he was, so I didn't know. I don't even think, to tell you the truth, I don't think at this point I had unprotected sex with her. I think it was after this that the unprotected sex began. So I just naturally pulled out a condom.
Okay, so then you guys start going at it, and you guys are double teaming her, essentially.
Yes, triple teaming her, because Diddy was jumping in too.
Okay,
Jesus.
triple teaming her.
Yeah.
Was she actually servicing all three of you at one point?
All three of us, bro. Like
So-
me.
Not at once. Two at a time.
No, she was doing fellatio like 2 at a time. Not 3 at a time. You're right. She did 2 at a
Talking
time.
about, fam. I'm
It
like,
wasn't
yo,
3.
that never came nowhere near me,
No,
bro. Like,
I think she did once. I think at one point. And
I believe the guy in the blue suit. He's trying to come out of it.
I can't remember. I could be foggy.
if
I
she
think
did,
at one
it
point,
was his dick and Diddy's dick in the mouth in the same. I ain't had nothing to do with none of that.
wait,
I'm
wait.
just saying, bro.
You had a sword fight with Diddy? Is that what you're
That's not what I'm
saying?
saying, man. Can I finish?
I'm just saying, bro.
What I'm saying is
It
that
wasn't me.
when I was sitting back on the chair before I got called in, she was servicing him, and I remember Diddy walking over there. Now, if she serviced him at the same time, I don't know, but I remember the traumatic visual effect of seeing both of these men naked with penises in their face. That was the most heartbreaking part of it, because I just was like, yo, you know something? This is...
You know what I did? He's really, but this berries is why he's fucked in it, yeah? But has all of them said he never got involved until there was 2 niggas involved? That's when he thought you needed to get involved? Now, what the fuck? Jeez.
just wow. It was crazy. It was.
So penises is plural. I'm going to be factual and state it once again. That man's penis ain't never been nowhere near mine. And so if it was 2 penises in his face, in her face, it was not at the same time.
What I mean by face is you guys were both standing up front.
I'm just saying, bro.
Don't mean you were
Have
so
you
funny.
realized how mean the
No. Well, I think what my man's saying, yeah, is that Cassie was necking one of them, then necking the other one. But I think my man is thinking that he's saying that she was slapping both the joints on her mat at the same time, and that's why he's trying to hold that. Why for that? But he's like, nah, bro, I don't know about all that.
internet is yet, bro? Now we finna be factual, bro.
Okay, so to clean this up for the internet, they were not sword fighting. They were
Thank
a
you.
comfortable distance apart, maybe 12 to 24 inches, but she was right
Inches.
there, front and center, like 1, 2, like it was insane. She was totally into it though, dude. That's what made it so heart-wrenching, is I could see how much she enjoyed it.
Well, what would happen when Diddy would actually get his turn to have intercourse with her?
I would just kind of stand there and zone out. That's not really much to watch. She's kind of waiting for one of us to go, really. Like, that's what the truth. Like, she would let him go and be watching us the whole time while he was going.
Okay, but at what point, you and Diddy had a problem.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
I think I might have been. I hate saying. You know what? We could just say. I think I might have been doggy style. I'm behind her. Diddy's in front of me. Now it's dark. I wear glasses. I can't see. It's a bunch of stuff in there. We put using baby oil. Some of the baby oil got in my damn eyes, so I can't see. So I believe he thought I was staring at him just because I was looking in his direction. But the truth is, in situations like this, Vlad, you're not looking at the next man if you heterosexual. You trying to 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, and you staying in the place you in. Not paying attention to this guy. So for whatever reason, he thought I was staring at him. And he comes out and says, motherfucker, if you look at me again, and like, I can't remember exactly because I got so angry, but I remember after he was done, I was like, niggas, you fucking stupid. I ain't looking at you. So immediately I got incredibly aggressive. And I guess Cassie never saw me like that. So if there was a real life thing such as like teleporting from Dragon Ball Z, at that moment she did it. She was like from here, all the way out of the way of the two of us. So I think he kind of like sized me up to see if he had it, and he instantly realized he didn't. So he was like, yo, man, listen, you know, it's good vibes in here. You know, it's cool. You know, and I'm like, yo, I ain't looking at you. What the hell I got to be looking at you in?
I got one more thing. Cause this is there's so much to unpack here, yeah. And like, obviously, I'm guessing, you know what I'm saying, like, 50 didn't really draw for this, maybe because he didn't want to use Vlad's content or whatever. But I definitely think if I had done the what do you call it, the documentary, I definitely would have had a lot more of these motherfuckers involved, because I think they, like, if we're gonna talk about freak offs and really want to know what the vibe was or what was going on, or like, these are the motherfuckers that we would hear it from. And you see, if there was even one of them that was like, no, you know what, I was there and it looked like, you know what I'm saying, like she didn't really want to be there and da-da-da. Even one of them I would have been like, cool. But every single one of them, like, but there's like 4 or 5 of these niggas that it don't, like, do you get what I'm saying, like singing the exact same song, like, I'm not hearing it.
Will changing, but the room is smaller. It feels.
But he's gonna break down now. One of the days when Cass OD'd, and again, because I was having this conversation yesterday on the talk, and then you know, you get like the females that I don't know if they're like projecting, because maybe, you know, they might know somebody that's been through something of the nature of like coercion or stuff like that, or maybe they had gone through it, and then they just assume that in a situation like this it would have to be that, or what female would want to do that if it's not that, which is not always the case. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Some females are just freaks. Some females want to have sex with multiple guys and XYZ. Like, these things happen. Like, they might not be very common, but they definitely exist. Do you get what I'm saying?
Different taking off my clothes in here with Diddy here in the room being so small. It feels kind of weird now. So I'm hesitating on taking off my clothes. I don't want to really take off my pants because he's literally like 5 feet away from me while I'm doing this. The room is small. Cassie's taking the GHB while we're doing this. So I guess I was taking too long and maybe the GHB kicked in, but she was ready.
The fuck is GHB when it's at home? These Americans just got some next mad, yeah?
Jumps up. She starts taking my clothes off for me. Okay, no problem. This is new from her. She seems like she really wants to go. She's like, I'm so fucking horny. I'm so horny. So he said, babe, did you take that whole thing? She's like, yeah, don't worry about it, baby. I'm good. She grabs the baby oil from the nightstand. She sprays the baby oil on me, starts rubbing it on my chest, kisses.
I just want to clarify one thing as well, yeah? This guy here openly says he never really liked Diddy. He is suing Diddy, yeah? But hear how he explains this woman overdosing. I don't know, you could argue that maybe, you know, he was scared that he would get nicked for this or whatever, and that's why he was acting like that. But when you hear the words that he's using and the shit that Diddy's saying, it don't sound like somebody that is sitting there trying to drug someone and get them out of their face so they can take advantage. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you could just, that's what I said, like, you really have to, like, just, anyway.
Oh, she's like, I'm so fucking horny. I'm so horny. So he said, babe, did you take that whole thing? She's like, yeah, don't worry about it, baby. I'm good. She grabs the baby oil from the nightstand. She sprays the baby oil on me, starts rubbing on my chest, kisses me on the lips. I'm like, oh shit, what's this? So now she's incredibly passionate. She looks passionate. She looks different. Her lips are swollen. Her eyes are shining. Her breast and nipples are standing up. I'm like, wow, what the hell just happened to this girl? She's going like insane over me, rubbing me with the baby oil, kissing me, drops to her knees, starts giving me fellatio. Diddy says, yo, hold on, something's wrong. I said, hold on a second, brother. Let her finish. Let her go. So he was like, no, Clay, something. I was like, chill, bro. Just let her go because she's tearing me apart, Vlad. This beautiful woman's all over me, and I'm loving every second of it. Let her go, bro. Let her go. Because now I'm into it. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just starts going into convulsions. She stands up, starts going into convulsions, shaking all around the room. She's loud, making these weird, like, muffled noises. So he grabs her really quick, trying to restrain her. But he was putting baby oil on while he was watching this. So he has a bunch of baby oil on his hands and his body. So as he's grabbing her, she's slipping out of his hand like a damn fish. Now, mind you, she put baby oil over me. So I try to help him and grab her. I'm slipping. She's slipping out of my arms. So you got me being naked, him being half naked, and both of us trying to grab this girl covered in baby oil. It didn't look right. So he was the first person to say, yo, we bugging. We got to put our clothes back on, and we got to get this baby oil off. All right. But I said, you know what? Let me throw her in the shower. Maybe the water will stop her, wake her up, snap her back to it. He says, all right. So I cut the water on. He's trying to restrain her. He still can't. I grab her while he wipes himself down with baby oil. He manages to hold her while I'm going back trying to get her. I pick her up, bring her to the shower, put her in the water. While she's in the water, she passes out. Whole shit. Yo, we need to call the ambulance. Do you know who I am? Hell no, we can't call the ambulance. What we gonna do? We gonna wait. So me and this guy wait. I want to say, Vlad, we waited in this shitty-ass hotel, hoping this girl didn't die for like 8 hours, me and Diddy. Me and Sean Combs waiting in a Holiday Inn while Cassie's on another bed, passed out from fucking taking too much GHB. We didn't talk much. We talked about sports. He asked me about my life, if I had kids. I asked him about stuff with him. He told me like blanket stuff. Not this. We didn't build a trusting bond where he started telling me his life story, but we got to know each other because before this, he did not like me. But after this night, after all of this happened, he gained respect because I could have left him, but I didn't. I stayed there. I held him down. He appreciated the fact that I stayed to wait to make sure she was okay. I want to say 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I say, you know what? Let me try to put her in the water again. I strip out of my clothes, pick her up, put her in the shower. She wakes up. Hallelujah. She's not dead. We're both happy as shit. She needs Pedialyte, things like that, water. I volunteer to go get the water by climbing out of this second-story Holiday Inn, shimmying down the side of the building from the concrete awning that's always over those shitty Holiday Inns.
I mean, why not just go downstairs and go to the lobby?
Because of all the noise she made the night before, he was afraid that the hotel and the paparazzi would be outside waiting for us to come out the room. So they suggest that I go out this platform, me trying to be fucking like, I'm down for whatever. Yeah, guys, I got you. I'll just shimmy down the side of the building.
You're Spider-Man, basically.
I'm Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Idiot. Let's just say that. I'm Spider-fucking idiot. I'm going to shimmy down the side of this building. But it did work. I was able to do it. Fall into the bushes, go to my bike, go to the store, come back. Now, when I get back, I go in through the front of the hotel to lay out the hotel. No one's there, so we're safe. Walk right to the room, knock on the door. Yo, we clear. Nobody's in the hallway. So now we get in there. She's laying on the bed. I'm talking to them for maybe a couple of seconds. We're recapping the night. She said, oh my God, what happened? I'm telling her, like, yo, you were fucked up. We thought you were going to die. She's telling me I'm her hero. I saved her life, thanking me for not leaving her. I'm exhausted, Vlad. It's been hours. I hadn't smoked no weed. Diddy was sober. First time I saw him sober in years. This guy's sober. He's yawning. He's tired. He's like, yo, man, I'm ready to go home. This has been a hell of a night. He gives me a wad of money. Hugs me, yo, bro. Tonight we became brothers. Thank you for not leaving me. It was like...
So he's tired. Diddy's ready to go home. She just woke up after ODing. Yeah? There's a reason for me recapping it. Just relax.
I could honestly say it was a male bonding experience because we did go through the experience. She did OD and we all came out of it all right. So I'm like, okay, you know what, cool. This guy's all right. He's human. He's not a total asshole I thought he was for the last 5 years, because it had been about 5 years at this point. I'm walking out the door. Cassie says, where you going, sugar dick? What'd you say? You're not leaving, are you? Yeah, I'm leaving. Why are you leaving? I'm ready to go. What? Listen, I was asleep. I'm not tired. You guys are tired? Yeah, babe, we tired. This is what Diddy tells her. Babe, no, don't let him leave. I'm good now. I want him to stay. I want him to stay. Diddy tells her, he says, yo, come on, baby, I'm tired. She says, yo, if you just start partying, you'll be fine. You know, once you start partying, you'll be fine. He said, true. He says, well, play what you want to do. You want to stay? She needs some dick. So now it's all in my corner. If I'm going to leave, they're going to blame me. I'm kind of peer pressured to stay. I'm looking at her. She's playing with her nipple. I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay. So I end up staying another 12 hours and having sex with her again.
So after she OD'd,
Yep.
and she actually admitted, yeah, I just OD'd.
Am I guy mad? Because it's okay, if it's just cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this is not me. Anyway, don't make a picky notes. 5-star Black Sheep, you know the vibe, man. Full Diddy breakdown and the freak off breakdown, and yeah, back